everybody. Happy 2026. I hope the last few weeks have been enjoyable, calm, some fun stitching. Whatever made you happy, I hope it happened. I took a bit of a break from videos, as I mentioned in the last one. This is going to be episode 27 of my Bits and Bobs collage quilt progress. And I will let you know right up front, I made no progress on my quilt whatsoever in the last 2 weeks. I, on purpose, left it folded up and didn't do any stitching on it. I wanted to avoid disliking working on it, so I gave myself a break from it and did some other low power, when I had no power, projects that I have ongoing as well. So I did enjoy my time. I got a little bit of watching of some things in on a couple of days when I did have sunshine. I caught up on the Knives Out movies. I don't know if you know, but I love a murder mystery. Okay, but I didn't do nothing about my bits and bobs. I did some thinking and lots of thinking and lots of thinking. So I have some ideas and I'm excited about, and I'm going to let you know them. I'm going to move this because it's just large. All right. I have a collection, a small collection. This is it. And this. And this. Of sweet, and I always think of it as sweet, eyelet pieces. Some of it is double-sided like this, and I've used some of, I think the thinner version. I have two versions. I think I used the thinner version on one of my pieces that are in my quilt, but I still have these. And I have another piece of the double-sided. I have this lovely piece from a repurposed off of a slip. It's a bit yellowed, so I'm going to, it's okay if it stays as yellowed, but I'm going to give it a bit of a treatment to see if I can't brighten it up slightly to be, well, we'll see. I just feel like it could use a brightening. And I have this lovely sweet thing. It's so thin and delicate off of a different old slip, and that's what I've been working on this morning, is I've been slowly picking carefully this edge from the slip off so that I can use just the eyelet piece. And if these aren't enough, then I also had pulled out these, which aren't quite as charming, but will do in a pinch. Oops, stop shaking. There. And this one is a bit stiff, but would work. And this is a bit white. So, but like I said, if I needed it, then these were here in a pinch. But just before I started the camera, I got out my trusty measuring tape and I did a full measure of these, and I will have enough. And here's my plan. I'm going to use, I wanted a spectacular way to finish this quilt. Not the, I love a binding because if you wanted to, a binding can do a really good framing of your piece. You can make it thicker than the usual 1/2 inch, and it makes a bigger frame. And I like that idea of sort of framing it, but it's also so ordinary, so traditional. So I wanted something different for this different quilt. So that's what I'm going to do. I've thought of 2 ways I can attach it. But I'm going to use this eyelet along the edge of my quilt, sticking out all the way around. And like I said, I did a measurement this morning, just before I started the video, and I have enough. Yay! All right, it's still a few days before I have to upload this to get it on time for you on Thursday. Let's see what I can get up to in the next few days. The picture I just shared was of me doing a cleaning of, or soaking of, the eyelet that I'm hoping to use, that I mentioned. And just so you know, what I used is warm water and peroxide in the ratio of approximately 2 times water to 1 time peroxide. So like in that particular container, I had 3 cups of water and 3 half cups of, a cup and a half of peroxide. And that picture was taken at 20 minutes after I started soaking it. You can already see how yellow the water is. Now I did end up putting this eyelet in there, and it brightened it up some. I wasn't looking for it to be brighter, but there was a few small stains on here that I was kind of hoping that would take care of, but it didn't. Where's that one? Well, that one a bit. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to use it. And then it turns out I think I might have enough of just this, especially since I'll be cutting down the middle and use both sides. I've done a measurement, and I haven't done it on the quilt, but if it's the size I think it is, this alone, all one eyelet, will work. But I wanted to show you how wonderful this eyelet turned out. Remember how, well, in the last segment I showed you how yellow it was? It's quite brightened. It's lovely, and I still might use it. It's a little more hanging than the other one, so I was thinking I maybe could put it on the bottom to hang down, but I do think I like the idea of all the same eyelet if I can, so that's that one. But to use this another time, I just love how that turned out, and I love figuring out something. I wanted to use what I had at home. I didn't want to go buy stain removers or anything like that, and peroxide is something I have around usually, and usually there's a half a bottle that's not as fizzy as it used to be, so that's actually a perfect use for this. I thought I'd share that tip. And then I found the piece where I used that double eyelet on this one here with the seam binding wrinkly piece. If you go back in the videos, you'll find it. Yeah, so that's where I used that. And then I also hadn't really thought of or looked until today where I might put that crazy quilt heart. And I think, in just a quick look, I think I might put it right here and take this little guy off and put him somewhere else and just put it right there. And then I can put the sort of matching flowers that I want to put with it either here or up here or something. So it's not in stone, but I think that's the plan. I didn't want to put this, I've used this fabric a couple of times in this quilt, and I didn't want to put it too close. Now this fabric is also used here in this piece, but it's not, it matches, same as that, but it's not so obvious that it's the same. So we'll see. That's where I think might put that. And then I'm going to finish this video today, even though I haven't done much, and it's still a bit early, but I'm going to be lucky if I have enough power to upload this today, and then the next couple of days from now is just pure cloud and not going to have, I'm probably going to have no power over the next few days. So if I want this on for Thursday, I'm going to have to upload it today. But I did get something done, so I'm happy about that. I got stitching again. Yeah, so here's the piece that I started. I'm not completely finished. I got stitched all the way around. And now what I'm going to do is do a quilting stitch, running stitch, inside the frame. And I'm going to re-stitch the beads again too. So, but this one's basically attached. So that's good progress. And I got decided about the eyelet, so that's also very good progress. All right, I will continue on and I'll keep filming, and whatever new progress I make, I'll share in the next video. All right, thanks for watching. You want to keep following, subscribe. That always helps YouTube know you want more. And comment, please. I love hearing what you have to say about what I maybe share with you that was helpful. Okay, Thank you. Have a great week and happy stitching.